We hear a lot these days, or maybe also talk a lot about how this is the era of peak TV or peak content. There's so many options for viewers. What makes Beyond something that
they're interested in, the eggs Benedict that the bad guy is making before he
or what kinds of viewers should watch?
So
I think that a lot of shows
but I think we do that to
have
an extent.
a somewhat a narrow tone. They can do drama and action, or this show. What I really love about this show is how broad the tonal palette is. It has everything from a family drama. It's got a mystery. It's got a conspiracy sort of. It's got action. And it even has a kind of soft kind of humor to it. The basic premise of a guy waking up.
Well, I'm very,
he goes into this coma as a boy, and he wakes up as a man, and kind of a handsome man. So he's got that issue to deal with, and suddenly he wakes up, and to me that would be enough to make a show out of, right? But then you layer on all this other stuff, the conspiracy on top of it, and the whole sort of thriller aspect, and then on top of that, the sort of supernatural aspect. So it kind of has a lot of tones, and I think that's hopefully going to be part of the secret sauce of it. So there's a lot. In other words, there's a lot of entry points. I think people who like family drama will find a lot of that in here. People who like supernatural stuff will find a lot of that in it.
So I love the ideas of tiny ideas.
We meet Holden when he's younger. Is that something? Are we going to do flashbacks to maybe the time for the other people in his life? What it was those 12 years were like, or are you telling the story strictly from the present?
It's pretty much from the present, but we get to go into where the big question, obviously, and even the title, Beyond. What I love about it, and it sort of gets to your first question a little bit more as well, is it's a show that tries to answer what is arguably the biggest question that all of us have in life, and that is, what is beyond this existence? What is if this existence is not all there is, then what is there? What is beyond it? And so anyway, we get to explore what's beyond it, and in doing so, we get to unpack what's happened to him in this. And some of it is in the form of flashback, and some of it is just in the form of being able to enter that world. So
I'd like that it almost had like a Stand By Me quality to the beginning when they were kids and the relationships they had. So what struck me was a lot of care was done to establish them as characters for the 12 years.
Right. Yeah, very important to connect to them. And I think that because of that, Holden becomes this really relatable character, because it's not, I wouldn't say wish fulfillment, because nobody wishes that they miss 12 years of their life. But there is this quality of relatability to what he's going through, in almost like a pathos kind of way, because those 12 years are the most key portions of somebody's life, when they first discover who they are as a person, and who they are, how they navigate relationships, and what their interests are in other people, and all of those things now have to be discovered at his age, and they're things that should have been discovered 10 years ago or 5 years ago or whatever. So that makes him super relatable, and that's why the casting of Berkeley was so important, because he had to, I don't know whether you've sat with Berkeley yet or not, but he has this kind of boyish innocence to him. And every once in a while you get really lucky in casting, where you cast someone who is actually the embodiment of the character that you are, right? It's one thing to play those things, but when you actually are that, it's so much better and so much easier. And he really is that, as you can see. He's this handsome young man, but he's got this sort of sweet boyish thing that's underneath it. And so yeah, that was an added plus.
It's fun. He's standing behind you as you say this, so it's like the perfect.
Did you guys get what you need covered? Can I grab him?
Anything else?
Okay.
Thank you.